What if the Wyatt family were booked better in the WWE? And welcome back, guys, and again this is Mikeratto, and Mikeratto, will have a new What If. I hope you all like it. Subscribe now for more videos, and like this video, comment down below, share, subscribe, and subscribe. So here we go. The thing about them is, well, they were booked strong, and sometimes, well, they were booked weak. In some circumstances, while a superstar were actually putting them on the map, making them a huge threat, and then the next time, well, you will see that said superstar just demolish the group or another superstar to do that. In order to make this group much dominant, more than ever, what do they need? Well, at the same time, WWE is also focusing on the Shield, and Wyatt Family, the other group, which WWE also focused in 2014 by making them, well, put on a lot of rivalries with top stars. Guys like Daniel Bryan, guys like, well, Chris Jericho, who actually feuded with them, and the Wyatt family defeated those guys. And when you see John Cena, well, John Cena was one of those guys who actually defeated Wyatt family, especially, well, Bray Wyatt, which, well, the biggest moment for him in WrestleMania 30 supposed to be if Bray Wyatt defeated John Cena. It will have a different, well, different opinion for the group, that they can be more dominant in the WWE's division. In terms of story making, Bray Wyatt can tell a good story, which was a one of the advantages of the said group. But the problem is, well, besides from the losing of momentum, well, real life injuries happens to them more often, especially Luke Harper and Erick Rowan, which, well, it is a huge problem for the group. And yeah, they've been losing matches, especially Bray Wyatt on pre-Fiend persona. So what will happen if WWE actually book them better? Well, for one, well, in this universe, well, Bray Wyatt defeated John Cena. That means that he can actually, well, he can actually be more dominant in this timeline. Well, after WrestleMania, well, Bray Wyatt can actually defeat John Cena one more time, or John Cena having one win over Bray Wyatt, and then Bray Wyatt ending the rivalry with the Wyatt family becoming strong, and then defeating Chris Jericho, and then they can actually challenge for the tag titles, which by that point in real life, well, they're actually challenging the Usos, I think, in 2014, which will make them the tag team champions if that's the matter. Well, if you push Bray Wyatt at this moment, well, they have a championship run for Brock Lesnar, which, well, the group will be squashed if they actually made this, because they want to make Brock Lesnar more dominant. They want to book him strong. So after them being on the tag team division and having tag team titles, well, you can have a mid-card title for Bray Wyatt for the time being, something like that, or just guiding the two, well, Erick Rowan and Luke Harper, for them to make the tag team division while they destroy the tag team division, and have them also the Freebird rule, if that's the case. And also, if you had that to the New Day, well, the fans will be more familiar with the Freebird rule, something like that. And then after that, in 2015, well, if he's challenging The Undertaker at WrestleMania 31, well, make a good story out of it, make them interact within each other. The story is good in real life, but Bray Wyatt mostly is the one who actually built the story. And yeah, while Bray Wyatt, during the story build up, he made a good story versus The Undertaker, and when The Undertaker just squashed him at WrestleMania, Well, it sucks that it actually happened. So, for the contrary, for changing the story, you need The Undertaker to make a lot of appearances also on Raw. Well, to make his win at WrestleMania 31 to have more win or have more meaning. Because, well, if you had The Undertaker defeated back to back, well, after his WrestleMania 30 streak ended, well, it will look back for his WrestleMania wins. And you need The Undertaker to also win here, but have Bray Wyatt win the other matches after WrestleMania 31, if that's the case. Or having Bray Wyatt challenge someone else in WrestleMania 31 so he can win more at WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is one of the most well dedicated WWE pay-per-view that most fans know for WWE. And after that, well, if they are actually more getting more, having a good rivalry with a good legend, have them destroy more legends in the WWE. What are you saying, Mikeratto? Well, they can actually target The Undertaker's brother Kane. Well, he's the authority's Kane now. What if the Wyatt family just restart the rivalry with Kane? What are you saying? Well, Kane for now is being more corporate than a monster, and if they target Kane and revert him back to being a monster, well, it will make a good story out of it. And you can have also Authority versus Wyatt family, and having Kane return back to his mask and have him the old ways of Kane, and not this new Kane, which it's more of a director of operations role. So fast forward in WrestleMania 32, they were squashed at WrestleMania by Cena and The Rock. And that actually, for the group, I felt bad for them, but it's a good thing that they have segments with legends. Well, I'm not sure if Bray was injured in 2016 or something like that, or somebody in the Wyatt family is injured by that point, which affected the WrestleMania match, something like that, or I forgot what happened at WrestleMania 2016. So yeah, just put them in the match and have them another win, build their wins, or if the same happening with Erick Rowan being squashed by The Rock, it's The Rock's anyways, and they can fend off momentum. They can build more momentum since they've been targeting legends at WrestleMania: Cena, Undertaker, and Rock. So that means they can gather either huge attention from the fans for targeting these said legends, or have them have W's. Just have them more W's, and then don't make them weak at WrestleMania. And if they're going to look weak at WrestleMania, just don't make Bray Wyatt look that much weak. And yeah, his rivalries, he's been putting more over to Roman Reigns during their fights, and somehow he was underappreciated during his Wyatt family persona before the pre-Fiend persona. And also at WrestleMania 33, have him a longer WWE title reign, if that's the case, that you're actually making him win the championship. And have Randy Orton lose again, or have the two switch, like Bray Wyatt winning the Rumble and then Randy Orton winning the title Elimination Chamber. Switch them up and have Bray Wyatt have his moment at WrestleMania 33. And then after that, the Royal Rumble winner and then the new WWE champion Bray Wyatt, he will have a longer title reign. And then remove Jinder's title reign, because a lot of people, they have good and bad opinions about that reign. So yeah, for After that, having a longer title reign for him, and then have the other Wyatt family members, Erick Rowan, join him again. And if Luke Harper was actually a face at this time, well, if he will not do anything as a face, well, return him to the Wyatt family. And Braun being busy, well, you can't revert him back to his old ways in the Wyatt family. So yeah, we're actually more of focusing on their momentum. And have AJ Styles or Randy Orton defeat Bray Wyatt for the championship before the year ends. Something like that to return the things to the normal in real life. For AJ Styles beating Bray Wyatt, or having Randy Orton beat Wyatt and then Styles beating Orton, something like that. Oh, in WrestleMania 34, well, they have now separate storylines, and I think the Bludgeon Brothers are more of a tag team by this point, and then Bray Wyatt is tag teaming with Matt Hardy, which they have this match the deletion of some sorts. Have them, well, this year, well, if they're going to be separate, Bray Wyatt actually being a face, continue that story with Matt Hardy, and if he's not getting injured, we'll extend that persona, the Deleters of World, because I find it entertaining that this persona is actually working, and it makes me happy because, well, the two teaming up, well, it was actually entertaining by that time. And Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt's creative mind colliding, especially with their personas, well, it is awesome. So have them that. If Bray Wyatt is not injured in 2018, well, extend the tag team title reign. And as for the Bludgeon Brothers, have the same storyline. And yeah, like, give them more W's in this timeline. That's the only thing that I will actually change. And if they're going to break up, have a good breakup story within the group. Something like that, just like in real life with Bray Wyatt having them free. Well, if they're having them free, so quote unquote, have the storyline be more longer, build the breakup, something like that. Not just a random episode which, well, they return and then they will break up again, something like that. So yeah, that will be the changes in this timeline. If I were going to book the Wyatt family better, well, that's it for now. And yeah, if the Wyatt family were booked better, something like that, if the Fiend debuted, well, he will have lesser opponents to target with because Bray Wyatt is more dominant in this timeline. Well, unless the same happens and then the Fiend will just remembers and never forget those people who actually targeted Bray Wyatt in the past and made him look weak. So yeah, this is my what if. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And again, this is Mikeratto. Like this video, comment down below, share, subscribe, and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a good day and peace.